Police turned up in force across Western Sydney this morning, raiding homes following last week's terrorist murder of police accountant Curtis Cheng. They want to find out where his teenage killer got his gun and his orders. Among those arrested, one of the killer's schoolmates, as well as 3 men police questioned last year over an alleged plot to behead a member of the public.
Just on dawn, 4 homes raided and a series of arrests, all connected to and just kilometres from Friday's brutal police worker killing. This suspect is just 16 years old, a friend and classmate to the teenage gunman. This one led away in a long black tunic, similar to the 15-year-old killer's.
Today's operation is a clear indication of our determination to actually find out who murdered Curtis Cheng.
The raids involved 200 federal and state officers, including anti-terror specialists.
The only thing I heard was just like, the screaming of get down, get down.
Friends and family at one of the homes were furious with the raids and the attention they'd drawn.
What's that?
Are you related to the boys that were arrested today?
The abuse quickly went from verbal to physical.
Get here.
This was Lockwood Street, Maryland.
This is my house.
You can't come in.
My house, Mark.
You can't go in. You have to leave.
No, I have to leave. It's my house. Leave now.
You can't go in.
Their rage vented through most of the day. 2 supporters even climbed on a nearby roof to throw eggs. From this neighbour,
but the police comes all the time.
Police come all the time, he said, but their presence didn't seem to bother them. It's believed 4 of the arrested included a 16-year-old, his 18-year-old brother, plus Talal and Rafat Alamuddin, the last on unrelated charges.
It's not the first time these homes or the suspects have been targeted by the police. They were in fact the focus of a major anti-terror operation at this time last year, Australia's biggest, Operation Appleby.
Police uncovered alleged plans to kidnap and behead a random member of the public.
It's scary. It's scary to live in a society to know that anything like that could happen.
Today's raid saw 2 arrests at the Marylands home, 2 more at Lane Street, Wentworthville, a 3rd house at Bursell Street, Guildford, no arrests, and a 22-year-old taken in at Booth Street, Marsfield. That was Mustafa Durrani, arrested and released last year at the same place where police also seized that infamous sword he said was plastic. Overnight, police raided the home of the teen gunman's 17-year-old friend and fellow student, who was arrested yesterday as he arrived at Arthur Phillip High.
They're quiet and, we've never known that there's any trouble.
Do you accept that we've got a problem with Islamic extremism in this city?
Well, there's no doubt. We do. I mean, you can see that.
And confirmation too, the investigation has gone global in the search for Fahad Jabbar's sister, who fled the country the day before the killing.
I will let you know that we have been in contact with the Turkish National Police.
Now, our reporters are right across this developing story tonight. First to Chris Reason at Wentworthville, where the shooter's schoolboy friend was arrested. Chris, does Arthur Phillip High School have a serious problem?
Well, Mark, 3 of those arrested in the last 24 hours, plus, of course, the gunman himself from last Friday, Jabbar, all went to Arthur Phillip High. Now, the Premier, Mike Baird, says he is concerned about the problem, about radicalisation. While he says it's not a big problem, he has asked the Education Department to accelerate the work it's doing on that issue. We should also note, Mark, that one of the homes raided today, the one in Guildford, was the home of Omarjan Azari. Now, he was at the very centre of that beheading plot last year. He's currently in jail on charges of conspiracy to murder. Mark, also worth noting, the 16-year-old that was arrested here this morning is still being questioned by police.